Hi, this is Ennis from Never Stop Trucking, streaming live once again. Today I wanted to talk about some trucking topics and some things that are going on in the trucking world. So we are not going to be dispatching, maybe a little bit just to look at the load boards just for fun, but not dispatching as usual. Hey, Ulrich, hello, Cattleman D. It's going to be another good live, as they always are. Thank you. I had some topics prepared and some things I wanted to talk about. And as always, if anyone has any questions, we can talk about them as well. I'm just going to check on something here. I've been trying to figure out these membership gift options, but I can't really figure it out. It doesn't show here how to, like, I can't do it. So I have to look into further into that, but I wanted we do have a membership option now, and I can speak about that as well if I get a chance, but I'm trying to figure it out to see if I can gift it to someone. But here, and they say that you can do it in the chat, but I don't see an option for do that here in the chat. So I don't know why. Let me know if you can hear me. That's why I have these, so I can control myself and my sound better. Okay, so where do we start? Hello, Indian chat GPT. So first, I wanted to start with this diary that I'm writing as a trucking manager or owner, whatever you want to, however you want to call it. I made 2 videos about that. Like I'm writing notes at the end of the day or while I am working, so I can have them for future references, and then that gives me content to talk to you guys in the video. So I released a video like that on Monday. I think I also have another one that I still haven't released, but I thought I can talk even in the live stream about that, about what's going on. Thank you, Ulrich. Thank you, Cattleman. Hello, dear bro, watching from Facebook. Nice. Thank you, Najib. So we are streaming to Facebook as well. That's cool. Thank you for watching. So I'll start with what was going on. Last week on Friday, I did a video for that. So on Monday, we spoke about that. But then it's crazy with more trucks. You're so busy. Now I'm not working full time, and not because I want to on a weekend, but it's just like something is always coming up and you have to try to take care of that situation, right? So something is always coming up, even if it's a Saturday or Sunday. So I also wrote down what happened with that. So this Saturday, I had to come to the office. We have some drivers that are from here, and they would bring their original paperwork. What we do here is a driver or owner operator, whenever they deliver a load, they can take a picture to us and send it, and they can look at this. That's cool. And they can upload it to our app. And that way we don't have to worry about the originals. But once a week or once every couple of weeks, we do expect everyone to either mail the original paperwork or bring it in here if they're here. So I had someone here that he lives here, and we arranged a time. He came here on a Saturday morning, so I got the paperwork, and then we also signed some paperwork that was missing from his file, and that was another thing we did. Now, I did speak about this truck that on Friday we had a problem getting the driver out of the truck. Well, now first she refused to take a load, and we sent her back home to Texas empty, and then she stopped, refused to get out of the truck, and I spoke about it, but I do have videos. So I'm working on a video for that as well. We're very busy, so I'm just trying to find time. But the owner of the truck sent me the videos of the trashed truck, and I will show those. It will be in the video, but the truck is really trashed. Maybe I can bring it here while I'm talking. Now, there was another truck that was supposed to, and this is another truck owner that has his driver. But with this owner, we always had trouble with the funds, and that's a problem if you have your own truck, especially if you want to hire a driver. You better have a lot of money saved before you send that truck on the road, right? You need $5,000 to $10,000. You can't just send. You need at least $5,000 if you are about to send the truck on the road, because you need to have a couple of weeks worth of driver pay, because the driver does not care if you get paid or not and when you get paid as a truck owner or a trucking company. The driver wants their pay, if it's a company driver, at the end of the week as promised. So they're not gonna wait. So you better have at least 2 weeks worth of driver pay plus some money for repairs. If something comes up and you haven't received any money yet, or you haven't saved any money, you have to have $5,000 if you're gonna send the truck. So this truck owner advised me that he's not able to pay his driver. He asked a couple of times for advances, and we decided not to do that anymore, because if you give someone an advance, a driver or a owner operator, then they're always going to be behind. So next pay, you're going to have to deduct it from their pay, and their check is going to be small, and it's not going to be enough. So like next week, beginning of the next week, they're going to ask for more, and they're never going to get out of it. And that's why I'm saying, everyone, you have to have some money if you want to have your own truck to drive on the road. You can't have a truck if there is a $500 repair in the first week that you cannot pay, like that. It's not gonna work. So this driver had the driver is asking for the pay, and now the truck owner is asking me to send him the money. I said, like, look, I already sent you some money, and now you're asking for, we can't do this anymore. Like, it's not gonna work out. It's just it can't. Like, it's for your own good too. Okay. Okay, then the next thing, this is still Saturday. So next thing, around 2 p.m., a driver calls me, one of our owner operators, and he's asking, hey, like, is this load delivering tomorrow? Because I was told, like, on Sunday, I was told by the dispatcher that the load delivers on Sunday. And I tried contacting the dispatcher, but it's his day off, so I couldn't. I tried calling the broker. The broker wouldn't answer, of course. I tried calling the receiver to see if they're open, and the receiver is closed on Saturday, so I'm assuming they're closed on Sunday as well. And I look at the rate confirmation. It does show Monday, but owner operator said dispatcher told him Sunday. So later that night, when I got a hold of dispatcher, he said, yeah, the broker told me Monday, right? So now there was this confusion. I just told the driver, just wait. He said, okay, I'll do my reset. That's fine. Just wait till Monday. But he just didn't want to miss his appointment. I will, if you guys have any questions, I see some comments. I will try to answer those questions later. Let's go back to the content as planned. Now, later, like in 15 minutes after that, another broker is calling me. This is actually JB Hunt. And he's calling me, and he's all mad, and he's not cussing me out, but like, he's like, why are you not answering? I need to know if this load picked up yesterday. I said, hold on, let me figure out what's going on. Which load is it? He gave me the load. I found, who is the driver? Okay, this is the driver. Did he get loaded? I look it up on ELD. Yes, he did. What's the seal number? I don't know what the seal number is. I'll call him. I'll find out for you. So what happened? Well, I tried calling you and today, and no one answered. Okay, well, today is Saturday. It's the first time you called me. If you call the dispatcher that's on this load, they're not working on a weekend, but I am after hours emergency. You have the phone number on the FMCSA. You should have the phone number, our main number, in your like as JB Hunt. They say, well, I have this number that ends in like 788. I said, that's a 3-year-old number. You know, I used that number originally when I started as the office number, but then I realized I don't need it anymore. But that was like 3 or 4 years ago, and you still have it in your system. It's not my fault. You know, my number, the real number, is on FMCSA. If you had called that number like you did now, I would have answered right away. Did I answer right away? You did. Okay, so there is no reason to attack. But we don't know if he loaded. I look at the ELD. He was loaded at 5 p.m. yesterday. So, you know, our normal hours are until 5 p.m. I guess the dispatchers, you know, finished his day. And, you know, he finished his work, and that's normal. But if you had called me later, this number, after 5 p.m. or, you know, on the weekend, we would have sorted this situation out. So, and then I got him calmed down. He's like, okay, well. So then I called the driver. Driver gave me the seal number. We emailed it to the broker, and it's all set. And then that afternoon, one of our owner-operators is retiring. This desk is killing me. The way I look at the camera, and my neck is just, I have to find a better position. I don't know why. So one of our owner operators is retiring, and he has a truck, and he's willing to sell it. And I think this is a good deal. And I looked at the truck just to see how the truck is, and if you know, we could do a deal or something like that. So I went looked at the truck. It's a 2014 Cascadia, and the truck looks okay. It's a decent truck. It's an older truck, so 2014, like, yeah, it's 11 years. But you know, it's affordable, right? So might be a good starter truck for someone. And I looked at it, I tried it out, talked to him about the price, and yeah. So we'll see what that comes out to. Next thing, that night, 8:30 p.m. the same guy that's doing this JB Hunt load. This is an Amazon load. So JB Hunt has a totally different department for that. So the driver calls me. He's saying, I am a delivery. I need a delivery number that starts with 11. And I'm thinking, okay, well, this broker is calling us and cussing us out, but they don't even have the delivery number. It's not even provided. So I have to call them now and find out. And I was doing something that's, you know, like I had to go in like few minutes, and luckily they answered the phone, and I got him the appointment number or the delivery number, and I sent it to him. So yeah, like 8:30 at Saturday, you have to be aware of everything that's going on and be ready to help people. Maybe you know, once we grow, maybe we'll be able to have someone that's on call non-stop. But until that time, it's me. I can't expect other dispatchers to work 24 hours. They have their schedules, and that's how they work. Now, let me see. What did I do? And then Sunday, I looked up the truck I was talking about. I looked up the truck prices online, and and that similar year and make and all of that, and made some calculations about everything, and I figured out, I guess it was an okay deal, a good deal, right? And then again, this trucking owner that I spoke about earlier, about the driver pay, that, you know, he couldn't pay his driver. Now he's asking about that again, like about advancing. I'm like, okay, I can't. So every day, same people. it's interesting. Like if you have several people that you work with, or a dozen or more, there is always one person or two that are making it very difficult. Like the other ones, you can't really like, they never, like, everything is going. But then you have this one person that's always something. So you have to, I guess, learn how to deal with that. And I did tell him, I told him, look, if there is an emergency, I'm always available. But after like 5-6 p.m. or on a weekend, if this is not an emergency, my office hours are 8 to 5, and you're more than welcome to call me, text me anytime, email me, whatever you want to do. But if it's not an emergency, I'm not at the computer, I'm not in the office, I'm not at the I'm home, I'm doing something. I can't just like leave everything and like, if this can wait till next day. So with some of these people, you have to tell them that they have to realize that. Okay, and then later that day, now the truck owner is telling me, well, I can't pay the driver. He's not gonna deliver this load because he was under a load. He went home over the weekend, and he's supposed to deliver on Monday in his hometown, and now he's saying the driver like he's not gonna work, he can't pay him, and he doesn't want to deliver it. Okay, well, first, it's not my driver, it's your driver. You are responsible for payment, and I'm prepared, just to get this load off of the truck. I'm prepared to go ahead and pay the driver directly, and I will take it off of your settlement, just to have the driver deliver that load, because that's our load, it's our broker, it's our reputation. So I have to take whatever steps are necessary to deliver that load as promised, right? This is not my problem that you can't pay the driver. So it's not cool. And then he said, well, I'll figure out a way. And I said, well, we have to figure out a way. It has to be legal. It has to be, everything has to be, like played by the book. So he knew that. Okay. Next day on the morning, I'm going to skip some smaller things and go to so this load. Next day, we find the dispatcher texted the driver and said, are you okay to deliver the load? And he said, no, I'm sick, I had to go to urgent care, I had a stomach poisoning, something like that. And I told the dispatcher, I said, hey, he's lying, right? Because yesterday there was a problem with his pay. He's lying. He's making stuff up. So we're trying to get a hold of the owner of the truck. We have to, broker is asking. And so we told the broker the driver is sick, as he told us. But then as the day goes by, then we find out that actually the driver, later I found out that the driver went to a different company and brought his truck to that truck, to this owner's truck, to get his stuff. And then he left the truck trashed. He had a dog. The fuel receipts are missing and stuff is missing. I don't know, something like that. So I texted the driver. I said, hey, I tried calling him. He's not answering. I texted him. I said, well, you know what? I'll pay you. I'll send you Zelle. I'll send you money. Go, please deliver this. And because, the owner owes you money. He said, no, he doesn't owe me money. And now I'm even more confused. What do you mean he doesn't owe you money? And then later the owner said, well, I paid the driver on a weekend. But the driver still left the load. He paid him, and the driver agreed. He acknowledged that he got paid, and he still left the truck with the load, which is really not cool. And I wish there was a way to do something about it, to go after the driver, to try to get money for the recovery fees, to report them. But really, there are some things that you can do, but not like that DAC report. you can report them there because a lot of bigger companies will check those reports, but most of the smaller companies will not. And you can make a comment about that, so everyone, like a potential new employer, will see that. But nowadays it's so hard to find a driver that people will just turn a blind eye on a lot of those things, and they'll just hire the driver anyway because everyone needs drivers. Now, what else do we have for that day? Now we have that another driver, and I spoke about that one on Friday and on Monday. She was kicked out of the truck, and now the truck is in Missouri. Truck needs to go back to Houston, Texas. And this owner of the truck, he's also driving a truck. He was able to stop by there and get the truck back in Missouri. But now the truck, he has 2 trucks now sitting in the truck stop in Missouri. And he's trying to bring that our truck that's under our authority that he owns to Texas, because he does have a new driver that's going to drive it. So he's telling me that she left the truck trashed as well, and it smells and it's bad, right? So he's telling me, okay, he's gonna go back with his load, deliver the load to Arkansas, go back home to Texas, rent a car, bring his driver or someone or something, rent a car, go back to Missouri and bring the truck back. So it's a lot. And this is, now keep in mind, this is his first time that he has a second truck. He has been driving a truck before that, his truck, but this is a first time he's getting a truck that he has a driver with. So it's his first fleet truck, you can say that way. And within 2 weeks, so many things happened with this driver, it's not even funny. And now the truck is left in Missouri, he has to bring it back. And like, if I was in his shoes, I would be freaking out. I totally understand. Even now, like, I'm kind of used to those things, but even now, like, it just makes me mad. So the truck is there. And then I'll tell you in that video that I'm about to release, I'll just tell you one thing. She was kicked out by the police, right? It had to come to that. So now he's trying to figure out a way, and I told him, hey, you have this driver that's about to start, because he's planning to come over there, bring this driver, and drive empty to Texas. Look at this. Whenever I do this, and I tell him this driver is already approved by insurance. The driver already filled out the application. The truck test came back. Why don't we find a load for this truck? Like, if you go back to Missouri, don't go empty. Don't bring the truck empty. The driver can pick up a load. The truck is on insurance. Why are you gonna go empty? Just let's find your load. So tomorrow he's gonna be over there, and I didn't. I know Emro is watching, and I didn't tell him that. I forgot. Like, we have so many things going on that I can't even think of stuff anymore. So he will be there tomorrow, and we're going to look for a load for him tomorrow to bring a load to Texas, right? Let's see what happened the next day. So on Tuesday, I can't wait to see the video. Yeah. Yes, and then like I said, I do see some questions. I will get to them later. So stick around. I will answer your questions. So on Tuesday, which is yesterday, so that driver that left the trailer loaded quit, and the owner actually had to go deliver the truck, the load, right? But then even with him, the broker a day ahead, broker said, hey, this load, this is a flatbed load, right? And it was supposed to deliver on Monday at 8:30, and the driver was supposed to call with his ETA, and then the broker would have the crew come out at that time. Okay, since a driver could not go there, the crew never went out, which is good, because we don't want to get an extra charge for that. But then he said, if he can deliver tomorrow, we can arrange the crew between 7 and noon to be there. Just let us know what time. Like, ask the driver what time, we'll make sure the crew is there, and that's all I need to know. And I told the owner of the truck, if you send someone or if you go, you gotta give me a time between 8 and noon, and you have to be there exactly. And he said 8:30. I said, okay, 8:30, he's not there. We keep calling me, he's not answering. It turns out he actually started rolling at 9:30. He got that delivered at 10:30, and then he couldn't find the crew. Had to call the broker, and broker had to tell them where to go. So finally, this load was delivered. Okay, and then I asked the owner of the truck that actually drove the truck. I said, hey, can you send me the bill of lading? Because we need to send it to the broker. We need to invoice it. And he sent it to me. And I told him, I spoke to Amro before that. And I told him, look, this is not working. You have been with us for like, a couple of weeks or so. It's been a mess, right? The driver had been giving us some hard time even before this. The driver was kind of okay, but he did some things too. And that's not working. You don't have the funds to pay for repairs. You don't have the funds to pay for the driver. Even this next settlement, I have to deduct everything that you owe. You're not going to get much anyway, and it's going to be always like that. And now you don't have a driver, and, we have to pay for the insurance. Let's just end this. It's not working. Send me the equipment, the ELD cables, bill of lading, all of that. And he's sending that today. I asked him to do that, and he said he would send it to me today. We can't send you any pay because Friday is payday anyway, and hopefully it will come here by Friday. But I can't, because the ELD, we are under a contract. We don't have the BLLs. We can send you the remainder of the pay once we receive those. And then I went through the ELDs, our logbooks, and all the paperwork safety. So I had to remind the drivers that we need bill of ladings and fuel receipts as well, mailed or brought here. We need the originals. We have to have them, and we also have to have the fuel receipts. A lot of trucking companies will not ask for the fuel receipts, and some drivers, are not used to it. They would say, hey, well, you have it in your statement. Yes, I do, but we have to have it for the DOT, for the IFTA, and even the IRP. If they do an audit, you have to have fuel receipts. So if you're watching and you didn't know this, and if you're an owner-operator, at least under someone else, you always get 2 receipts, 2 copies at the truck stop, because they always ask if you want 2 or 1, and you save 1 for yourself, and you send 1 to the company you're leased on to, because they have to have it. I have to work on my neck. What else do we have? There was one guy that was off for like 2 or 3 weeks, and he's been working on his truck, so he's still not fixed. Spoke to him. Then one truck broke down. It was around 5 p.m. yesterday, and this guy, the dispatcher actually told me, he sent me a video of a smoke coming out of his wheel, and I'll show you that video. I have it right here. You see how the smoke is coming from the brake pads? So I thought this was I'll just leave it on. I thought this was he was going downhill, and he couldn't, maybe his brake brakes, the engine brake, maybe it went out, and then he was under a heavy load, and he kept his foot on the brake. But no, it wasn't that. The driver, I talked to him around 5. I texted him because I didn't want to bother him. He said he was looking for service. He thought it was the brake chamber, but I don't know if a brake chamber would cause you to do this. And then later, he found out it was a slack adjuster that got stuck. The slack adjuster got stuck. Oh, you don't hear me? Okay, hold on. How come you don't? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Emre. Thank you. I didn't realize there was sound on this video. That's a mistake. So the driver thought it was a brake chamber, but I don't think if a brake chamber would do that. It turned out to be a slack adjuster that got stuck. Okay, I thought it was just overheating from a heavy load going downhill, but no, it's that. So he called. He said he called around 10 different services, and most of them they didn't answer. They couldn't come out. The cheapest one wanted $600 just to come out. Just to come out, $600. Can you imagine that? And then what else? It would be $1,000 repair. So he waited until the brakes cooled off, and he hit it with a hammer, and then the slack adjuster got stuck. He said he washed it a few times, and maybe there was a grease missing, and it got stuck. So he hit it with a hammer, put some grease on it, and then he realized, I guess, it was working again, and now he's gonna change everything, all of that. But he was able just to move from that area. And then yesterday night around 9 p.m. I called him because I noticed he stopped. I called him to talk to him about what happened, and he explained everything to me. Now, I want to show you something. Well, I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to read it. There is this cool newsletter that we are getting. I must say it's really cool. Maybe you're not getting it, but I'm assuming this broker is sending it to all the carriers they're working with. It's from KCH Transportation, and the newsletter is called The Ship Show. Hopefully they're not gonna mind that it serves as an advertisement. The last one that they sent, it was last week. I'm gonna lower down the camera because I have to sit like this because of my neck. I have to find a better position. So last week they sent a newsletter, and usually I'm deleting that or putting into spam or blocking those addresses because people just keep sending us emails. But this one last week got me hooked, and I read through the whole thing. And it's kind of like tracking news updates, industry updates, stuff like that. And this guy that's writing it is very funny. A lot of jokes, maybe a little bit too much, but still, and it's very interesting. So this one that he sent me today, I read again. I couldn't help but read it. So again, it's KCH Transportation, and it's called the Ship Show Freight Newsletter. Okay, so the first topic that they talked about is its alarming rise in cargo theft. And there was a congressional hearing about that, about cargo thefts. Okay, cargo thefts in 2024. So last year totaled 3,625 cargo thefts, and in 23 it was 2,800. So it's a 27% year-to-year increase, and I'm thinking this year it's probably going to be more. There's going to be more thefts. There's an estimated loss of $331 million in 23 to $454 million in 24. I'll try to, I can't really bring that into the screen, but yeah, I'll just read it here. California, Texas, and Illinois accounted for 46% of all cargo thefts last year. 46%, just 3 states. California, I'm not surprised. Texas is a big state. It's close to the border. But Illinois, that's weird. I'm not going to say it, why, but I think you all know. I'm just kidding. Multiple speakers in the congressional hearing claimed that cargo theft is costing domestic supply chains up to $35 billion annually in lost commodities because of the insurance and claims and delays, etc. Okay. So what can Congress do? So they said they're talking about establishing a federal supply chain crime coordination center of task force to address cargo theft. Okay, allocate funding for dedicated federal prosecutors to handle cargo theft and modernize FMCSA. Sure, by vetting and implementing stronger authentication, real-time carrier verification, and controls over DOT and MC number transfers. Now, one of the biggest problems right now are these DOT and MC number transfers. There are a lot of carriers, a lot of small carriers like one-truck operations that started their authorities, and they realized this is not working for them. And there are authorities that are in trouble. They have a conditional rating. They have bad insurance rates. They have freight guard reports, you name it. And they're trying to find an easy way into back into the industry, but with a new MC number. So as far as I know, they said that DOT cannot really be transferred, but the MC number can. I really don't know how that works, but they're looking into not putting a stop to it, but vetting it more, because a lot of scammers will do that. You have scammers from, for example, outside of the country, and if a broker closes down their MC number, they would purchase those MC numbers from them and then broker freight here and do double brokering and whatever they're doing. So for them, it's an easy way to get into the brokerage business by buying that MC number from a broker. Now, buying an MC number for a trucking company would be a lot harder for them. I'm probably going to say impossible to get a carrier MC number from overseas, but you can do it here. And I keep telling everyone, if you think that your MC number, that this MC number, new MC number is going to help you, that you just bought fresh, that has good scores, you're wrong. This is not going to happen, right? You think everything is going to be clear. No, FMCSA is going to note that transfer. And in most situations, brokers will be able to see that there was a transfer, and it might even reset the date from when you began, because you will have your new insurance and all of that, and new address and new owner name. It might even reset the date when you start. So you think you have a MC number or authority that's like 5 years old, and then you pay like $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, because I know for a fact, I spoke to someone recently here, he sold his authority for $30,000, right, to someone from Chicago. And these guys, and I'm thinking like that guy in Chicago, like, I don't know if that's gonna work, but hey, I'm glad for you, you got your money. But you pay all that money and then you realize, hey, well, I'm treated as a new carrier right now, and this didn't help me. And then again, even if you're not treated as a new carrier, you have been probably doing something wrong this whole time while you had that original MC number. So you're probably gonna, in a few months or in a year, you're probably gonna screw over this number as well with whatever you're doing wrong. So you have to correct the ways you're doing your business. Okay. Let's go to the next one here. Trucking jobs tumble once again. Trucking employment has numbers are released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and it revealed yet another decrease in truck transportation jobs, but experts are seeing signs of stability. Truck transportation jobs are down 15,400 from February 2024. There are currently 1,500,000 total trucking jobs, the lowest since July 2021, right? Let's see. What else do we have? China implements the tariffs against U.S., and it's mostly agricultural imports. It's the new measures include a 15% tariff on chicken, wheat, and corn, and 10% tariff on soybeans, pork, beef, and fruit. Additionally, China is restricting 15 U.S. companies from purchasing Chinese products without special approval, while barring 10 other U.S. companies from doing business in the country entirely. So they are doing things back to us. So we'll see where this goes. I spoke to someone this morning, and I'm looking at Trump like he every day, like it's a roller coaster. Like every day there is, I'll turn off this chat. Every day there is something with his tariffs. Like one day he's saying he's going to do this to Canada or to Mexico, to China. And then next day he's saying, no, he's not going to do anything. He's going to change it. And then they freak out and they do. It's just sad watching the Canadian officials doing these press conferences, and they're all serious and worried and disappointed in the United States government, and like, well, we'll be forced, we're nice, but we will be forced to take back measures, and we're gonna fight. And then the next day Trump is like, I was just kidding. Well, he didn't say that, but he's probably trying to do some tactics that only he knows how they're working, by bluffing, threatening them, and making them sign some of the deals that he wants them to sign. So he's just scaring them, I guess. But the media, the press, everyone is just waiting for something like that to happen so they can jump all over him and say, hey, look at, what he did, like this guy, what's he doing? So it's just like, I'm not going to say it's funny because it's affecting the economy. It's affecting everyone, every day's people's life. But it's very interesting to see what's going on with these tariff wars. Fuel update: national diesel average is $3.58 right now. I'll show you that. Okay, here you go. And if you have a good discount card for fuel, then you can probably save around 20 to 50 cents per gallon. So your average might be around like $3.10 if you have a good fuel discount. We here at Usora Express, we have RTS discounts with Fleet One. We have some other cards as well, but that's the main one that we are using. And as an owner operator here, you would enjoy getting 100% of these discounts. I know there are some companies who don't do that. They don't give their discounts to their owner operators. Here, everything is transparent, and you even get a statement. And most of our owner operators, if they follow the app, because RTS does have an app where you can see the discounts live. If you follow the discounts, you can easily save $100 to $200 every week. So that's like $5,000 to $10,000 savings every year just in fuel. So my contact information is in the description of this video. If you're an owner operator and you want to work with us, call me, text me, email me. Okay, that's that. I wanted to show you something. I haven't, let me look here at the comments. Like I said, if you have any questions, I will answer them shortly. I wanted to talk about one more thing, the trailer auction. So I haven't looked at it yet. I'm gonna bring it here to the screen so I can show it to you. I was gonna watch this trailer auction last night. It was from it was finishing between 8 and 9 p.m. yesterday. So all day, like you have 2 weeks to look at the equipment. And I'm talking about drive-in trailers. So I'm gonna bring that screen here and I'm gonna explain to you what's up with that. So there is this auction site and auction place that's like 5 miles away from me, 5 to 10 miles. I've been there many times and I've looked at some equipment, and they have everything, not just trucks and trailers. They have cars and other things. And I wanted to see like what the trailer prices are. And they have some good deals. You know, you have to pay cash, but they have some good deals. So I found like a few trailers that I wanted to watch, and you know, we were not gonna buy them yet. Maybe, you know, in future if you find something. But I just wanted to see and then watch that live auction to see how it ends up. But I missed it yesterday. I couldn't make it for that. Sorry. And now I just realized that I'm thinking, well, I should bring it to the live stream. Like I said, I didn't see what these trailers went for. So I'm seeing this for the first time as well. I wanted to save it for the live stream. So these are the trailers that I watched. Yes, we highly suggest refreshing your watch this page on the okay. So this is one of the trailers that I was looking at. But you know, these are too old. But just to see what's going on, like how much they're paying, how much you can get them for actually. So I'm gonna maybe zoom in a little bit here. So this is a 2004 Great Dane. So it's old, but it's a Great Dane, 53-foot drive-in. And it went for $2,675, which is really not bad. And let's look at the pictures. It does have some patches here, but that's normal for this kind of a trailer. You know, it doesn't look bad at all. It doesn't look bad at all. And like I said, it's a Great Dane, and people love those trailers. There's a big patch here, and this looks out of ordinary. Maybe they changed the panel, but it's new and it looks good. It has hazmat. It has a place for hazmat placards. The front looks okay. I mean, not bad. A lot of silicone, but still 2004. Okay, good. Patches. Ooh, this is not good. This is not like this should have been the whole thing should have been replaced here. So this is not good, but still, you know, you can use it. You can use it, why not? The tires don't seem bad. Tires look okay. Rust, normal. I want to see what it looks like inside. Let's go to inside, right here. Yeah, this would be a problem. Wood side panels. Most loads nowadays will ask for plastic, or they call it, what's the name? Can't remember the name. Like a composite. Well, it's actually composite. That's what they call it. But they're wider. Like they need it wider. And a lot of times they will need smooth walls, because if they're pushing the product in, the walls have to be smooth. But it doesn't look bad. You know, it's actually in a good shape for a 19-year-old trailer, man. Okay, let's go to the next one. So this one went for $2,675. This one is 2005. It's a Wabash, but this one went for $4,000. Still an older trailer. Doesn't look bad. Not bad. It's probably from the same company, because they have similar trailer numbers. For some reason, companies think that they have to... Okay. For some reason, companies think that they have to name number their trailers according to the trail length. So a lot of times you see a 53-foot drive and trailer starting with a 53. That tells you that this trailer is 53 foot long. But it has a similar trailer number, and then they took off the truck name here. They spray painted it, so I'm assuming it's the same company that owned these, and they just put them up here for an auction. You can do that. Like if you have your own car or a truck or trailer, you can bring it to this auction. They charge a fee, but people can buy it here. Let's look inside. Water frost. I want to take a look inside. Oh, this one is composite, is it? Yeah. So this one actually could work. A lot of scratches, but no holes. Here, this area, you have to watch to see if there's any water, because a lot of times it will leak here, or these boards will spread out. When they dry out, they will spread out, or here there would be a crack sometimes. So people don't know, like when you have bad weather, when you have heavy rain, you will see water on the inside and you don't see any holes, and then you're thinking, well, where is the water coming from? Well, it's coming from the floor. It's coming from here, right? A lot of times. So this is not a bad trailer, you know. Tires, decent tires, you know, just change the tires sometime this year or not. You know, this one looks good, but maybe change the brakes and you have a good trailer for $4,000. This is not bad, but it's old. It's 20 years old, actually. Yeah, the other one was 21, because it's, 21 years, the previous one. This one is 20. This one went for 7,000. 7,000 again, 8,000. So this one is 2016. Great Dane went for 8,000. So this is also not bad. I know this company. They're here locally from town. This one is 2015 for 7,000, and 2016 for 7. So I guess 8,000 will get you a 10-year-old trailer at an auction. And this actually looks in really good shape, man. This is not a bad trailer at all. Nice. Yeah, man. And it's a Great Dane. These are good trailers. Inside composite. Yeah. Yeah, man. This is good. Not bad. Okay, cool. Let me see. No pictures of an interior. Yeah, I did. I guess you saw them, Ulrich, later. But yeah, I did show the pictures of the interior. One more thing I wanted to talk about before I go to the questions. If you have any questions, it's now the time to ask them. I will gladly try to answer those questions. But one more thing here. So, about the memberships. Now, I decided to put out a membership option for the YouTube channel, okay? And everyone is telling, like, you know, someone is trying to sell something. They're saying, oh, well, it's not about money. It's just, you know, I like doing it. Well, in this case, I can't say it's about money, because the membership is 99 cents per month. So it's $1 per month, and YouTube takes, I think, 70%. No, I'm sorry, 30%, and I keep 70% from that. So it's not a lot of money, but it's just symbolic. Under every video, there is an option, and I'll go to my channel. I'll show you what's going on, how that works right here. This is me just talking. Okay. And I switch. Okay. So I have to move my camera. So here on the left, there is a join button. Okay. So when you click on that join button, it will tell you 99%, 99 cents per month. You get loyalty badges next to your name in comments and live chat, and these change with the age of like how long you have been a member, so they will change. You get the custom emoji to use in the comments and live chat, and you get priority reply to comments. So if you have a comment or a question and you ask me, you get a priority, and I answer them. I'm sorry, I'm like today I'm not speaking well. I answer those, and then members only videos that you get. So this is what I'm testing. So what I want to do is I'm going to turn this off. What I'm going to do is usually when I upload a new video, I will schedule it for a certain date or time. So if I upload a video today, like in the afternoon or tonight, I will not release it right away due to SEO and YouTube algorithms, stuff like that. So I would schedule it usually for like 2, 3, 4 days ahead. But I'm thinking when I upload a video right now, if you're a member, it will be available right away, no matter when I upload it. Once I upload it to the channel, I figure out the titles and the thumbnails, all of that. It will be available to members to see it right away. And then I will schedule the time and day when it will be available for the general public. So you will generally see a video a couple of days before than everyone else. And there are also other videos there that are members only anyway, that are not, you can't, the general public cannot see them. So there are a lot of perks. It will help me with the equipment, like streaming, you know, microphone, another like wireless microphones, hard drive, just got this Stream Deck. So I want to make this as enjoyable as possible and as professional as possible. I wish I had someone named Jamie here to help me like Joe Rogan does. And then Jamie would just switch everything, but I can't do that. So I have to do everything myself. So I'm investing and this membership money goes towards that. And and I don't know if it's available in all countries, right? I don't know if it might not be available in some countries, but it's $1 per month. Okay, now let's go to the questions and give me more, because I wanted to do another like 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes. Give me more questions if you have them. My neck is killing me. Let me look at the questions so we can try to answer them. Here's the chat. What is the future of truck dispatching in 2025? So the question that was asked ultimately will just kidding. I spoke about that a few times. I don't think there is much. There is a lot of future for dispatchers in this year or anytime soon. If you're just starting, if you're established and you have some customers, you have some business, that's different. But if you're just starting, especially if you have no experience or if you don't know where to start, it just doesn't look good, right? It doesn't look good. I would not recommend it. That's my honest opinion. You can judge me. You can say, well, he's sitting over there and he's doing it. Well, yeah, but we are steering away from dispatching per se. In the last maybe even a whole year, we haven't taken anyone new just to dispatch them because we figured out that this is not working. We concentrated on the authority to try to get owner operators to lease on to authority, right? Even if you have your own authority, you just started, you have one truck operation, it's probably tough for you right now So even that would work for you if you just started and you're thinking that's not working. You're welcome to come here and try this out. So we concentrate on our authority. Dispatcher, nah, it's just not working, not even for us. Okay. If you have 10 trucks that you're dispatching or 5, that's different. Make sure you keep them. But to start, it's not gonna work. Do you speak Russian language? If so, why don't you make one episode a month in Russian language? No, I do not speak Russian. I'm Bosnian. We speak Bosnian. And there are, in Balkans area, everyone understands each other. There is as everywhere in Balkans, not just in our part, like anywhere you go, like other countries, Bulgaria, Macedonia, everything else, they have these disputes which language they're actually speaking and what is the origin of the language and which one was there first. Like that, I don't care about any of that, right? I don't care about any of that. But in Bosnia, there are 3 official languages. One of them is Bosnian. There's Bosnian, Serbian, and Croatian. But we all understand each other very well. Okay. Now, Russian language is very different from Bosnian. It's in the same group. Our language is in South Slavic, and Russian is also Slavic. It's in the same group. I understand a lot of Russian words, but I cannot speak Russian. I can read also because we were taught Cyrillic in Bosnian. The script that they're using, I guess it's called a script. So I know how to read it and write it. But why don't I do it in Bosnian? I do have a channel in Bosnian. It is called Usora Express. But that channel is not very active. This live stream is there now, but it's in English. I made a couple of videos in Bosnian over there, and I don't want to mix them up here. I have a separate channel for that. As you see, Luca is speaking in our language. Pozdrav, he's asking about terminology. What does open log mean? What does open log mean? Open log. Well, I know what a log is, but open log, I don't know. It could mean few things in few different cases. But open log, I don't know. Let's Google it. Open. I'll do it here and then bring it over to open log. Oh, it shows me motherboards. Open log trucking. Let's try that. To become an open log trucking driver, you'll need a commercial driver's license with the necessary endorsements. What? Become an open log. Oh, you mean like logs, like the trees? No, that's different. That's different. Maybe it has to do something with the trees. Huh. See, I'll bring the picture here so you'll see. Okay. These are your logs. Maybe that's it. I have no idea. This is also a log. This is a log book. So, honestly, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Let's go to the next question. I didn't know that drivers have this kind of behavior over there too. Ulrich, it's getting bad. It's getting bad. I don't know why, what the problem is, and I wanted let me answer this message. And I have to answer this text as well. I'll be right back just to answer a couple of messages. Let me check. Okay. 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 Good. So I wanted to make a video, and I wanted to make a lot of videos. I just don't have the time. I wanted to make a video about mental health of the drivers, because that's really concerning. About it, it's well, let's talk about it now. Let's talk about the mental health of the drivers. And since you asked this question, this lady that had trouble, that we had to call the police to kick her out, I'm pretty sure she has some mental problems, and that's a very serious topic. And I'll turn off this chat here. And but someone has to speak about it. Someone has to speak about that topic. It's very concerning right now. We do have people that have bad character, that are lying, that are doing bad stuff, and a lot of them are in trucking, and it happens. But there are some drivers that obviously suffer from some mental health issues, and it's hard. I'm not an expert. When you hire someone, when you talk to someone, all of these drivers that I had problems that I think suffer from that from mental behavior issues, none of them showed any traits of that. Like, there was no suspicion. You can tell that they were having trouble. And after a week or two, most of them come out with some kind of, and you can see and it's troublesome. I'm not, like I said, I'm not an expert, of course, but I've had probably over a dozen company drivers or owner operators who turned out, in my opinion, that they had mental problems. And this is not, you're not talking about this in a way that, we are offending them. It's a genuine concern, and then mental illness is same as physical illness. Like, it has to be taken care of. You have to go to a doctor and talk to them, maybe get medication, but it's a serious condition. It's nothing to make fun of, or like it. You have to be very serious. But the problem is that these people are driving these big trucks, and they have to be diagnosed and checked, evaluated to see if they're fit to drive these big trucks. Because the trucking industry right now, I think that it's like, in order to hire someone, there are no other jobs in the United States that will regulate those positions more than the truck driving jobs. It's easier to become an FBI agent than to become an approved driver for a company, right? Like, you can become a driver, you can get your CDL, and that's not what I'm talking about. But you have to check so many boxes and check so many things about the driver. It's crazy. If I tell you that I'm spending right now, the most of my time I'm spending on the safety for some of the new owner operators that we onboarded in last few months, you would not believe me. And I'm still working on it every day. And I had to, my wife is actually coming here also and helping me with that, just for the safety. There are so many things you have to check and make sure that in case someone comes and checks out, does an audit for any reason in your company, that you have to be prepared and to show them the proof that you did everything you could to make sure that this driver is safe, that they're healthy, that they know how to drive, that they have a good driving history, a good violation history, drug testing history. I can't remember everything that they need. There are so many forms that they have to sign, that you have to check, and you have to date them and then sort them and keep maintaining those records and check them whenever something is expired on the truck, on the trailer, with the driver. It's easy if you have 1 or 2 drivers or 3, but if you have 20, it's like you need a full-time person to do that. So it's very hard to it's easier. I'm telling you, it's easier to become an FBI agent than an approved truck driver. Another thing is, like, most trucking companies, smaller companies, will need that driver to have 2 years of experience because insurance will not take them. And then you check their driving record. If they have something big, you can't hire them. If they have any drug testing violations, you have to check their previous employers. And there is like 10 employers in the last 3 years. It's so serious. Most drivers that, when you see application, there are so many employers that they can't even remember where they worked, and they just don't want to fill it out because they're filling all these applications, and you have to fill it out every time, and I have to call them and get the references, and it's the law. Like for the last 3 years, if the driver comes here and you have to call all the employers for the last 3 years and send them forms, and they have to send them back to you, and you have to warn them, you have to remind them 3 times. Each one of these previous employers, if they don't send it to you back, you have 3 times, you have to and you have to record that. You have to be able to prove that you actually asked them 3 times for those records. It's crazy. I could talk for 2 days here that, you have to do what you have to do in order to onboard a driver. And still you miss the fact that that driver had some mental issues. I can't diagnose people, but at least 12 drivers that I had over the last 11 years since I've had the companies, at least a dozen drivers had mental issues. We had sociopaths. We had bipolar people. We had people with anger issues. We had people with anxiety issues. And it turned to be out a real problem because you're in a big truck, you're out there in the traffic, man. You gotta be careful. There has to be a way to be evaluated for those kind of issues, because it's not safe for them to be on the road like that, or for anyone else around them. Like this lady the other day, I'll show you the video when I make that video. Like she's behaving like a toddler. She has an anger tantrum. She's shaking her arms and fists and yelling, and then it's obviously an anger issue. And then we realized that she did, but she was so kind and so nice for the first week. You could never realize good references, and she's not the only one. There are other ones. So it would be, in my opinion, wrong to call some people bad that do stuff like that. Maybe they're having different kind of issues, but they should know. Like, they should know if they have that kind of an issue, that they should not be driving, right? They should seek help. It's not, it's okay to seek help, right? You'll make it easier for you, for your family, for your friends, and for everyone else around you. But yes, there are drivers that are bad, but it's hard to figure out who is doing what. Leaking hub seal. Oh, you meant maybe for the trailer that I was showing. Okay. I would like to join, but the country I'm living in, we don't have the join button like you showed. Yeah, that's Ulrich. That's fine. Thank you for trying. I want to get involved in trucking, but I don't know where to start. So this slide, and I said I would check it out. I don't know how to pronounce your username here, Shard or Sharde MC. If you want to get involved in trucking and you saw this video and now you're thinking about it, my honest advice to you is don't. Don't get involved in the trucking right now. If you don't know anything about the trucking and if you don't know where to start, don't. Because you'll be paying a lot of money. You're going to lose a lot of money. You will need some experience in some kind of maybe driving a truck or being working in a trucking business. You will need some experience, because if you don't, especially now when the rates are good, when the markets are good for the trucking, then yeah, it's fine. Okay, I guess still not fine, because when we have good markets, a lot of people are joining in, and then when the times become tougher, then they have problems, and other authorities might be suffering because of them, because they don't know what they're doing. They're taking loads for cheap. So get some experience. Get to know. On my channel, you have hundreds of videos. You can watch them and see what the trucking is about. I have a lot of instructional videos, educational videos. This channel is not for entertainment. It's for education purposes. Hi there, I'm a dispatcher since 2020. I'm very disappointed in today's situation. It's getting worse and worse. Yes, I totally agree. We spoke about that many times. I even predicted what this year is going to be. But I guess that prediction, it was too optimistic, the one that I had. So, we were all optimistic with the new president. But I guess we're going to see more of this. I think it's a very deep topic about the mental health. I think deserves a special video about drivers' mental health. Yes, Ulrich, I would love to do a special video about it, and I would love to have some facts and some references and do some research before I do that, because I don't want to speak about something serious like that without doing any of that. Now I just spoke because it came to my mind, but I just don't have the time to do all of those videos. I have like 5 other ideas. I have to text this driver. He wants to come to the office, but I'm going to be leaving around 2 p.m. So I just told him that. Okay. But never mind. So yeah, it does deserve a video for itself. You're right. You're right. I wanted to talk about that maybe in another video. We'll see. What are the points that could change the trucking situation as of now? Well, just answering this the text. Okay. Yeah, the driver, I forgot. I have his pre-pass here, pre-pass device, the transponder for him. So he's going to come here and pick it up. What are the points? This is a really good question. I have to write it down. What? Because I have to think about it. I have to think about that question. Well, for sure, better rates, less trucks on the road, better rates. That, that would solve a lot of problems. We can start with that. My question is, what is going on in the truck world? If something can get bad, it will get bad. People were saying this is like the bottom. We hit the rock bottom. This is it. Yeah, it can always become worse. The rates were around $2 for drive-ins, and now we're seeing $1.50. I mean, the average DAT, I can show you the average right now, but DAT says that like the average is $2 per mile, but that's not correct. It's less than that. But it can easily be $1 per mile. Why not? Right? It can easily go to $1 a mile because it happened with the box trucks. If you know anything about box trucks, box trucks, the rates went to $1 a mile and it became normal. And now it's getting even worse with the Sprinter vans. So why not? Why couldn't it go down to $1 a mile with semi trucks? They can do whatever they want. If we know English yeah, your English would have to be really good in order to talk to brokers and dispatchers and owner operators. Your English should be good, not just okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mine is not perfect, but it should be good English. How to start working? Yeah, I have hundreds of videos on the channel. There are a lot of videos, Yogesh. You can look at them. You can really look at them and see whether this is for you or not. Ted is saying, I used to dispatch 8 to 10 trucks and got used to it since 2024. Dispatching more than 5 to 6 drivers at the same time seems very challenging. And that's what we are doing right here, right now. We're trying to not go over 5 trucks per dispatcher because it's you can't find a load. It takes you hours to find a load, so you can't. You have to call you have to call the load right away when you see it. Right, if you don't call it or email it, it's just gonna go away. So you have to keep watching that posting the whole time to make sure that you didn't miss anything. So that's why you can only work with 5 trucks. Let me turn on this light here. Give me 1 second, because this is too bright. Wow. Come on. I guess it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna show you DAT markets, and then we'll call it a day. Here we go. So DAT trend lines, a weekly snapshot by numbers. Spot load posts minus, it's a negative 11% compared to last month, but it's more, it's 15% more, okay, than last year. Sure. More loads? More loads than last year, but less loads than last month. Okay, this one seems okay, but I don't know about this one, that we have more loads than last year. Spot truck posts, 9% more as opposed to January, 35% less as opposed to last year. When load to truck ratio, wow, look at this. I don't know about this. How about this? National spot rates. Now we're finally at $2 even for March for the vans. For the van. This is less. This is not correct, but flatbed is doing better and river is doing worse. Same thing. Fuel prices, as we saw, at 3.58. And then I also wanted to show you, let me show you something else that has to do with this. I'll show you a poll that I did the other day. And this is very interesting as well. I'll bring it here. Okay. This is a poll that I did last week. And we had 86 people vote. This is very interesting. This is very interesting. Dispatchers, do you post your trucks on DAT or only use the search loads button? Okay. Look at this. 12% said that they only post trucks. Only 12% right now. And that has to do with the fact that DAT made it so much harder to post a truck that most brokers will not even call you even if you post a truck, and that TQL will harass you all day long when you post a truck about some loads that you don't even want, right? So that's why. And the markets are generally bad anyway, so people don't expect to get crazy rates. They just don't want all those phone calls. But like I said, no one is calling you. So 12% said they only post trucks. 60% said that they only search for loads. And 28% said that they use both. So the majority only uses search button. What does that tell you or tells us? That this here is so wrong. It's much worse than what this shows. Because this shows tight. Atlanta is tight. What do you mean? Load to truck ratio 8.1. Why? Because no one is posting their trucks. What do you think if everyone posted their trucks? This here would be all blue and green and yellow. Like this is tight. What do you mean? I don't like, you know, I think it's our fault that we are falling for this false information, right? It's fake news. So think about it, right? If no one is posting those trucks, how can this be correct? Like, why are we looking at this? This doesn't make sense. Anyway, let me see if we have any more questions so we can call it a day. I think we did a good job today. We had a lot of... hey, pozdrav, Aleksandre. Pozdrav. Long time no see. Let me just see if we have any comments. I'm running a box truck, like 3 of them. MCs more than I have been with them since 2024. Good afternoon, Michael. Thanks for joining. I'm sorry you're late again. I have to finish, Michael. But hopefully next time you can join in. I really want to make a schedule. I'm thinking about Wednesdays, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I think that time would work best for me. So I really want to make this like a consistent deal. I just can't. It's so busy. A lot of this driver, he's gonna come to the office. I can't just, you know, I have to meet with him. So. Okay. I'm already gone through them, but I'm not getting the way to start from India. Yogesh, it's probably gonna be very tough. Like I said in the beginning of this live stream, it's very tough for new dispatchers. I really do not advise it. Okay. It's already so much tough to find a box truck load when broker says not gonna pay more $1 per mile, and that's what I'm saying. It went to $2, and you're kind of happy when you get $1 if you're in a box truck. I mean, you're not happy. I don't mean it that way. I mean, like, hey, you know, at least I got $1. It's not less than that. So, and with semi trucks, it's just we're getting to that a very similar situation. Anis, have you found the 24th of the May live? Yes, Ulrich, I think I went there right away. I found the live stream and I made it public. Check it out. It should be public. The times where brokers would deal with us and listen to us passed away. Yes. In January, I watch brokers on Reddit. I watch them on LinkedIn. In January, they were crying because the load started paying more. In January, brokers started complaining. Oh, well, this is not the way to do it. You guys are asking for too much money. This is about relationships. We need to build a relationship. Okay, what about relationships in March? How about we form a relationship right now, dear brokers? No, right now you're just blackmailing us and giving us these loads that are paying $1.50. So what about those relationships? Nah, not anymore. I knew it. Pozdrav, bit će bolje, Alexandre. I looked but didn't see you and just got back. You can always rewatch, Michael, these live streams. I don't remove them, so you can rewatch them. Today's live is very informative. Thank you. DOT Blitz 13 to 15. Thanks for reminding us. 13 to 15th. I think they're focusing on brakes. What else was there? And tires. Something like that. But anyway, thanks for reminding us, Ibrahim Musa. Thanks everyone for watching every time. This was fun today. I'm gonna try to prepare more topics maybe for the next stream. So let's just plan on next Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Emro is, as always, helping me. He says they're gonna be the DOT is gonna be concentrating on tires and on ELDs this week, this 13 to 15. Thanks, Emro. So DOT Blitz week, tires and ELDs. Remember, this is not the main one that they do in middle of the year. This is out of ordinary because nowadays they're doing them all the time. So hopefully I can see you next Wednesday at 11. I'll try to make this consistently at 11 a.m. Wednesdays. Thank you, Muhammad.